Hello, my dear friends, and welcome. Today I'm cozied up with a warm mug of hot chocolate. This is actually kind of interesting hot chocolate. It's like mushroom based and collagen is the main ingredient as well. But yeah, it's kind of like a nice dupe to regular hot chocolate. Way less, I don't think there's any sugar in this one, but I do like to add a splash of maple syrup or honey just to get a little bit of sugar. But yeah, get cozy because today we're going to talk about some intentional holiday gift ideas. I have my laptop here of all my ideas written down. And these are ideas that I specifically picked for that friend of yours that is a creative, artsy soul. Could be for you as well. You know, no shame in shopping for yourself too, because most of these ideas I've actually ended up purchasing for myself. And that's why I feel like I can recommend them. And I also made sure that they were all from Amazon so that it's an easier time for you to buy these gifts for people. You know, get that Amazon Prime and have it delivered the next day type vibe. So don't you worry, these gifts are super accessible and easy to pick out as well. And I will link them all down below as well. We're going to wander through 5 themes today. 1 is journaling and writing. 2 is artistic tools. 3 is Café Productivity. 4 is Homebody Vibes. And 5 is Brainy Gifts. And each section is filled with gifts that I think could tell a story or spark some joy. And I'll share what makes each item special in my opinion, who it'd be perfect for, and how it might be used or styled as a gift when you give it to them. So let's begin our journey with art of journaling and writing. Let's get into it. So I think nothing delights a journal lover more than beautiful tools that capture their thoughts. The first item that I've picked is this journal notebook. So it's thick-paged inspiration. This is for a friend whose eyes would light up at the sight of a fresh journal. And this journal notebook is a dream. It has an A5 size, so it's perfect for daily journaling, planning, or creative writing. And the slightly thicker pages means they won't have to worry much about ink bleeding through. So how you might gift this in a more personal way, you could pair it with a pen or perhaps some stickers that you know your friend would enjoy. Maybe for your gift presentation, I'd consider tucking a handwritten note on the first page, or, you know, wrapping the journal in some craft paper, twine with a sprig of, you know, I don't know, dried lavender for a more rustic touch. My next gift idea is actually one I can't fully recommend yet. It's one I've ordered and it's en route to me. I think it shows up tomorrow, but it's this newestor refillable leather traveler's notebook. So I think it's going to be like a timeless traveler's companion. It's a gift that kind of brings like an old world charm to modern journaling. It's genuine leather and it's got this beautiful cover. It's crafted from full grain leather that feels subtle yet durable in the hand. The little scuffs and color changes will tell a wonderful story of like how long you've had it, where it's been, what bags it's been put in. That means that your friend's journal cover will get darker and kind of soften the more they carry it to different coffee shops on different train rides and travels. The great thing about it is it's refillable, so it has this elastic band that holds multiple notebook inserts. I've seen this is really trendy lately, at least on my own TikTok feed where I watch a lot of people who journal. They've been raving about having these customizable journals where you can add lots of inserts. So this journal arrives with 5 inserts already included, so your friend could start using it right away. But again, some extra thoughtful ideas. You can add, again, a little more personal touches to it, such as I was thinking of maybe like a little journal charm. So you add the little charm to the, what's it called? Elastic band, and maybe pick like a really personal charm to your friend. Like maybe they're a coffee lover, so you find a little coffee cup charm. I was looking on Amazon too. There's lots of little charms that you can go through and pick out that you could clip onto your journal when you gift it to a friend. And if you're gifting multiple journals to different people, you can buy like a set of charms and customize the charm per friend. Okay, my next gift idea for the journal lovers is a really fun one, and one that I haven't tried yet myself. I would love to buy it, and it is on Amazon, so I'll link it down below. It is the Guru Toga metal mechanical pencil. Make sure I say that correctly. And this is the Japanese Stationery Award winner for 2025. If you guys didn't know that was a thing, I didn't know until recently either, but they do this every single year where they pick the best stationery for the year. And I think that's a really great list to go to come up with ideas to give to your stationery lover friends. So this mechanical pencil is legendary because it values precision and quality. And this particular model, it features an internal rotating mechanism that keeps the lead sharpened when you write. So you know how usually the pencil's tip might get like kind of dull on one side? This one rotates it slightly every time so that the lead wears down uniformly. And that means you're always going to have a really crisp point on your pen. And the metal body of it also gives like a satisfying weight to hold. It is on a more expensive side for a pencil. I believe when I looked at it on Amazon, it was like $35 or something. When you gift it to someone, they're going to feel the value in it as well. It doesn't feel cheap. Artistic tools. So this section is more for your painters, sketchers, doodlers. And the gifts here, they really aim to equip like your artsy friend with some quality tools, some things that are a little bit more unique or fun that help, you know, creating art and make it feel even more satisfying. So the first one is this waterproof Fineliner pens, a set of 9. I bought this a couple years ago, and it's safe to say I've basically worked my way through every single pen in the set. I think I have maybe 3 left that have a bit of ink left in them, but they did last me a long time, and they're really quality pens. Like, they're great pens for sketching. You get a bunch of different fine line detail ones, thicker ones. One almost feels like a paintbrush in ink. And the really great point about these pens, which was a big selling point for me as well, is that they're waterproof pigment ink. So that means the lines are not going to like smear or fade. And if you want to paint watercolor over top of the ink, that's totally fine too. I haven't actually tried that myself, but I know that they're really great at not smudging. The ink is also acid-free, non-toxic, and archival, so the drawings are going to stay crisp for a very long time. So, ways you can gift these pens. You could package these pens with like maybe a sketchbook as well, and some nice marker paper, and kind of make this like artist's afternoon bundle of little gifts. Think about what your friend likes to use usually. Maybe they do like watercolors, maybe you pair it with some watercolor paper, and just bundle it all together as this nice, thoughtful gift. And to wrap this gift, maybe consider a cute little pen pouch to go with it. Perhaps add a little note to the set of pens with a sketchbook and say something like, for sketching the little moments, may these pens bring your ideas to life. I don't know, something like that. Now, if you're thinking, oh, I'd actually like to pair these pens with a sketchbook, I do have a sketchbook that I recommend as well. This is one that you guys have probably seen in a lot of my videos because I've had it for a couple years now and it just keeps going. I haven't filled it fully yet. It's a premium black sketchbook. It's an 8.5 by 11 and I think it's the perfect size. It's still big so you can get lots of great sketches in it, but it's small enough that you can fit it in a suitcase or take it on some travels with you. You can fit it in a tote bag most importantly, so you don't have to worry about transit or things like that. You can definitely take it on the train with you. And I always think there's something really sacred about a brand new sketchbook, especially one that's premium quality. And the pages are heavyweight and they're white. They're 128 GSM paper, grams per square meter, and they're very thick and fine rooted and they're perfect for artists. There's no flimsy paper in the sketchbook, and it's the kind of sketchbook that can handle pencils, ink, charcoal, maybe even some light watercolor. I haven't tried that in mine. Definitely markers, and there's not too much bleed. And I love the look of this sketchbook. It's a classic black hardcover and it gives it a very elegant, timeless look. Think of those like old library sketchbooks. They're very simple and inviting. Now, when gifting the sketchbook, similarly to the journal, perhaps you could write inside the cover something like, for your art, the world is your canvas. I love a little cheesy quote or something like that from you. You could pair it with the Fineliners that we mentioned just before, those perfect ink pens. I think, however it's presented, this sketchbook just promises countless cozy hours of drawing and creating and reflecting, which I think is just perfect for any of your artsy friends out there. Now, away from the tools, this is a fun gift idea that I think just is enjoyable to fill your art space with. I actually can see mine right on my dresser over there. It's this David statue planter, which I actually use to keep my paintbrushes in it as I'm looking at it right now. It's very much like classical art meets desk decor. And, you could put a plant in it or even like makeup brushes or things like that. I just think it's really great for any of your artsy friends out there. I think it looks really great as a brush holder, like your paintbrushes. And it could also double up as even maybe somewhere to put your pencils or your pens. If you couldn't tell, it's a little organizer that's shaped like the bust of Michelangelo's David. And it's a very quirky fusion of kind of classical art and practical storage. It's nice and light. So who would enjoy this gift? I think it's perfect for a friend who has more of an eclectic kind of creative style. Maybe they've got like fairy lights or vintage postcards up on their wall by their desk. This would fit perfectly in someone's home like that. If they appreciate form as much as function, this holder kind of adds that like art studio in Rome type vibe to a little humble desk. And I think it's perfect for a painter or anyone who wants to also just put their pens in it as a pen holder as well. As I mentioned, you could even give this to someone who's a makeup lover. You could put your makeup brushes in it too. You could even put a plant in it if you really wanted to. Okay, so when wrapping this gift, you could put it in a pretty little box with some tissue paper. That's what I recommend to protect it. Maybe even add a few little paintbrushes to go with it. So with that, we got our pens, our sketchbooks, even a little touch of classical art and decor. Let's shift scenes. So now, imagine your friend that loves to hang out in a cozy cafe corner or recreate that vibe at home. Again, I feel like these are all gift ideas I would love. There's a special kind of warmth about spending time at a cafe, whether it's outside at a coffee shop or just even emulating the atmosphere at home. And I feel like this category really features gifts that make like work and creative time just feel a bit more like a quaint cafe experience. So first, we have quite a practical idea. And this is one I believe my friend gifted me, if I'm not mistaken. It's a purse hanger for a table. You get a set of 2. And I saw when my friend first had this herself, I was like, oh my gosh, that's so genius. If you're someone who's bringing a tote bag everywhere and you don't love it touching the floor of a cafe, Or even you have really nice handbags, this actually might be more for you. This is a perfect little hanger that you can hook onto any table and it will hold your bag off the floor. So if your friend is the type to carry a beloved tote bag or handbag everywhere stuffed with notebooks, art supplies, or the book that they're currently reading, I think they'll adore this nifty little gadget. No one will know what it is until you pull it out and start using it, and then they'll be like, wow, that's so genius. Why do I not have one? That's exactly my reaction to my friend when she pulled hers out. But to elevate gifting this to someone, because it is quite small, I was thinking maybe you could put these little hooks in maybe a little velvet pouch, perhaps include a little note as well. But yeah, I think this is also just like a really cute stocking stuffer as well, or like a little additional gift that you can add to any of the bigger gifts that perhaps you're gifting someone to. Okay, next one is something that I think I just talked about in my last video where I talked about different items that I feel are more chic and add like a more chic feel to your life. And I talked about this 6-piece vintage carved spoon, coffee spoon set, where I just feel like when you stir your coffee in the morning with these, you feel kind of like a princess. They're so sparkly and fun. And there's just something undeniably cozy about stirring your drink with a beautiful little spoon. It really elevates the entire experience. And the 6-piece really looks like jewelry when you add them to your coffee cup. And each spoon in the set has a retro little carving on the handle, kind of reminiscent of that European antique type silverware. It gives them almost like an heirloom kind of appearance, even though they're from Amazon. So which friend would love these? I'd say any friend that's into like vintage style, tea parties, or even like slow living aesthetics, having a little morning ritual. Perfect for your friend who already collects teacups or like antique decor. I think these spoons would fit right into their home. And for gifting, how I would present them is maybe bundle them with like a beautiful little ribbon, tied all together alongside with maybe a bag of like gourmet coffee or tea, depending on what your friend likes, along the lines of sparkly silver decorative type objects. Again, I mentioned this in my last video where I talked about chic items that I love to have around the house. This was my little round silver platter set of trays, and I think it just adds elegance in serving things up, which I haven't even used them for serving, like hosting others. I just love it for my own morning ritual, having my coffee, my little book, my journal, everything displayed with this beautiful little tray. It just really elevates your morning, makes it feel so chic. So I really recommend this. It comes with 2 actual like trays in this. One is quite small, 4 inches across that you can put like a mug on, and the other one is a bit larger. It's about 10 inches in diameter, and they're made of premium iron with like a polished silver tone finish. So they look very vintage yet kind of chic, as I mentioned. They're also quite lightweight, so you don't have to worry about them being too heavy when you gift them to a friend. Okay, so how would I gift this tray? I think I would present them stacked, maybe with like a sheet of pretty parchment paper between them, perhaps tied with a ribbon again. I feel like a ribbon tie with these more antique vibe gifts would look really cute. Maybe accompany them with some home baked goodies, or maybe a packet of afternoon tea or coffee or things that your friend already likes to use. And I think that would just really elevate the gift to make it feel more personal as well, with clever tools, making creativity and work feel cozy and elegant. Now let's turn inward to the sanctuary of your home. So this is the Homebody Vibes, and this section is all about gifts that kind of make a home or creative studio feel a little bit more soothing, a little bit more organized or beautiful. So it's really perfect for anyone who thrives in their own personal haven, aka doesn't want to get out of the house much, which is kind of me as well. So this is for the homebodies. The first idea I have on this list is a leather heart-shaped makeup bag / organizer. I got this recently and I think it's so pretty. I feel like any artsy friend that likes these type of, like it's red. There's lots of different colors you can get as well. Wow, I'm really rambling with this. What I'm trying to say is this gift is really cute. It looks super cute, and it's both a makeup bag or like an all-purpose organizer. I'm using mine for makeup and organizing mine, but you could use it even for like organizing pens or things as well. So we can think about beyond makeup for this. This is perfect for any friend, but if you're a more artsy friend as well, you're not sure if they're going to use it for makeup, I feel like this beautiful heart-shaped bag can be used for things like washi tape, stickers, journaling supplies, pens, multiple scenarios. You can use it for so many different things, but it is a really good size for travel too. So when you're wrapping this gift, I mean, you might not even want to cover it fully. It's so gorgeous. You could maybe place it in a gift box with the lid off so the heart shape's super visible. Or maybe wrap it in some tissue and tie it with a heart patterned ribbon or something. You could tuck in a few surprises. I love to do this for friends where you get them like maybe a makeup bag and put in some mini hand cream or lip balm, maybe some pencils or washi tape, as I mentioned, and a cute little note as well in this bag too. I think it's a really great gift to give to any friend. Okay, so another gift idea, I wasn't sure if I was going to include this one, but it's one that I think is really cute. And again, this might be really great for one of those friends that likes the more vintage look as well, is a vintage glass soap dispenser. I think it's really made me enjoy looking at my washroom display a little bit more, like on my kitchen, not my kitchen, on my sink counter, because it's just so gorgeous. And I love the little pump dispenser too. It works really, really well. I got this vintage style glass soap dispenser from Amazon, but it really looks like maybe I thrifted it or picked it up at a cute little antique shop. It's much more enjoyable to use every single day instead of like a plastic soap dispenser. And another good point too is that it's refillable and more eco-friendly as well. You can encourage your friend to buy bulk soap and just keep refilling it that way. It's, great for reducing waste. And on top of that, it's also just got this really beautiful, intricate design that really adds to the space. I think to gift this soap dispenser to a friend, maybe you pair it with a bottle of natural hand soap that is refillable so they can get, the same one if they really like it. Something artisanal, maybe like a peppermint or chamomile scented soap as well so they can fill it up immediately. If they love a certain brand, maybe get that as well to go with it. And then wrap the dispenser in some tissue paper or in a box to protect it from getting thrown around. Next idea is one that I absolutely love. Again, this is really for the friends that love elevating like the everyday routine. This is a stainless steel dessert cup. You can have your chilled treats in style. So I'm thinking like your ice cream with a cookie or things like that. Just really makes the presentation of a dessert feel better, feel elevated. And I think they're really pretty. I actually saw this first on, I think someone's TikTok, and I was like, that just looks so gorgeous. Makes the dessert look even better. And I'm sure when it looks that good, it probably makes it taste even better in your head. So picture your friend that really likes making fancy parfaits or has a real sweet tooth and they like to make, maybe homemade chocolate mousse or have ice cream for dessert fairly often. This is perfect for the friend that likes to just have a lot of sweet treats and you think they're going to enjoy elevating their space. And I'm thinking to gift these, maybe you could fill the cup with something small, maybe like a sachet of gourmet hot chocolate, or maybe some candy that's their favorite, or maybe you got a recipe card of your favorite recipe that you can put in there as well. Okay. Whew. So with our home outfitted and heartwarming, our creative friends environment is all taken care of. It feels pretty inspiring. Let's move on to the last section. Let's feed the mind and soul with our Brainy Gifts. So these are perfect little books and puzzles and whatnot to help stimulate creativity and provide some cozy entertainment for our friends. Okay, so my first recommendation is a book that I actually got earlier this year when I was in Montreal in a little bookstore. It is on Amazon. I did check and I got the link for you guys. It's called How to Tell a Story, The Moth Guide, and it's inspiration between the lines. So it's all about the art of storytelling. So the Moth is actually renowned for its live storytelling events and radio hour. So it's all compiled into this guide, all that advice for anyone who loves narrating experiences. And this book will really light up their imagination. Again, this is great for any one of your friends that enjoy to write. Maybe they want to be an author, maybe they are an author, but even your creative friends that perhaps are on YouTube or on social media. That's why I got it for myself as well. I just think or even, in marketing as well, in my job as well, I think storytelling is such an important, vital part. So I think this book could go for a lot of different friends depending on what they do. Essentially, it teaches you how to take those life moments, big or small, and spin them into yarns that captivate an audience. Whether the audience is one friend, a small group, or maybe like your future self rereading journal entries. I think when you gift this one, perhaps consider adding like a nice bookmark. Again, leaving a little note inside the cover. I think it's so nice when people leave a little note when they give you books, because I know for myself, even looking back on some childhood books I've gotten from friends and family, I love seeing who it was from in years to come. My next gift idea is one that I think I mentioned in one of my most recent videos as well. You guys know these are items I do use a fair bit, and it's this medium crossword puzzle book. There's a harder version as well on Amazon. I'm glad I got the medium one. It's hard enough for me. It's really great for just kind of, again, elevating your morning ritual, getting that screen time a little lower, and encouraging your friends to do a different activity instead of browsing through anything that's like screen-based as well. So I really love this. It's got 200 medium difficulty puzzles from the NYT, the New York Times. And medium means they're not a breeze, but also not too hard. I still think they're pretty hard, honestly. You guys let me know if you try them, if you think they're difficult. Oh, apparently the blurb on the book says, they're not too easy, not too hard. Perfect for the avid puzzler who enjoys a bit of challenge without frustration. little bit of frustration. I don't know. I'm not really heavily into crosswords, but this is something I have been actually enjoying a lot. As I mentioned, it's a great gift for hours of entertainment that is screen-free, super engaging, stimulates the vocabulary and thinking that creative folks often adore. So, to present this gift, I was thinking you could include some nice mechanical pencils, or maybe even the one I mentioned earlier on that won the award this year for some of the best stationery. That would be such a nice pencil to use for something like this. You could pair it maybe with, I don't know, you could pair it maybe even with a little book light for nighttime puzzling, like one of those ones that you clip onto your bed or your night table to help them read. And again, maybe just leave a little note on the front again that's something funny or cheeky about them completing the puzzles. Okay, so my next gift idea is one that I did mention recently, and it's the Country Commonplace book. So the reason I mention this one is, again, I think it's a really good source of inspiration for those friends that love to journal, like what to fill your journals with. You can make one of those journals a commonplace book. So this is for a friend who maybe even loves literature, nature, reflective moments as well, but also might need some inspiration for creating a commonplace book. This book is beautiful. It's really thoughtful. It's got lots of quotes, book lists, recipes, poems, observations of the natural world, the curation of lovely little snippets that I hope will also inspire a friend to create one of their own, because I think we could all create our own little commonplace books. And I think this one is such a good, beautiful source of inspiration. It makes for a great coffee table book as well, because it's just so pretty. And I love that it's seasonally based, so your friend could dip into this book slowly. Maybe they read a few pages every day, month by month, and it kind of gradually takes you into next seasons because it has curated little pieces for summer and spring and fall and winter. As one review described it, it's a seasonal literary companion to help you slow down, connect with nature, and find joy in the written word. Okay, so to present this gift, I think you should definitely include like a little note in the front. You could write, I don't know, something that this book is meant to inspire you to start your own commonplace book, kind of let them know like what you had in mind. Maybe mark even your favorite season, put like a little bookmark in there and be like, this was my favorite season to read through. Maybe you even pair it with a little blank notebook and a pen, encouraging them to start their own commonplace book entries as well. I think it'd be really cute if you wrapped it in some floral paper or like a botanical postcard to go along with it too, to match the whole kind of nature theme of the book as well. Okay, there we have it. I don't know how much that was. Was that 15, 10, however many heartwarming kind of gift ideas. I'm hoping they're heartwarming for your creative artsy friend in your life, all conveniently found on Amazon, so easy to deliver to your place and make it on time because Christmas is right around the corner. So I know we should all get right to it with shopping for gifts. But again, gifts don't have to be expensive. You know, I think the way you wrap and present a gift and all those little touches I talked about is really what makes them feel more thoughtful. These items that I mentioned, they're not really things. They're also more about the experience that you get from enjoying those items as well. So make sure you include a beautiful little note. And again, the presentation of the gifts is really key, I think, to making it feel even more thoughtful for your specific friend that you gift it to. Now go forth, make that wish list, maybe even grab something for yourself. As I mentioned, most of these things I have tried myself and have thoroughly enjoyed, which is why I recommend them. And have fun creating like a beautiful little holiday gifting experience. Here's to a season of intentional giving and heartwarming creativity. Until next time, bye friends.